the next step, and especially those two guys.
Yeah, I mean, and the fact that you guys kind of have that three-headed monster at running back with Mario, Juju, and DK, just one skill set wise, what do each of them bring to the table, and then just how valuable is that to an offense to have that different set of skills?
For me, it's hard to like really say that about any of them, because outside of Juju, I haven't seen any of them play running back myself in person. So that's what we're excited about fall camp. You know, obviously they're all built different, they all look different, they have unique skill sets, and we're going to figure out which one of, like, going through this camp on more live drills and contact and full pad workouts and vision, like figure out who's good at what and do those things with them. So we're excited about the opportunity of growth that way, and another 20 practices to continue to evaluate them.
You got a real good chance to look at Lenora Sellers in spring camp. Just your thoughts on him, and what are some things you're hoping to see from him this fall?
Yeah, I mean, he's a freshman that everyone's got the anointment oil out on, and I have to tell him every other day he sucks, because the whole world's telling him how good he is. And but what I do love about him is he's humble, and he works extremely, extremely hard. Football is very important to him. But outside of my wife, and maybe more than my wife, that's probably the most text message that I get from him, because he's hungry. And he's on a mission to be a good football player. And here's what I love. I love the fact that we have an established starter. And I love the fact that there's 3 other quarterbacks in the room outside of Lenoris. And everyone in the media has deemed Lenoris as the guy and the next guy and all this other stuff. But we have a room of quarterbacks with 3 other guys, Luke Doty and Colt and Tanner, that support each other. And there's been no jealousy, no envy, and they're all out there to help each other get better, to still compete to earn spots, because there's been no depth chart outside of 1 and 2 set. But we are extremely excited about what Lenore's, the possibilities, what he can bring or could bring.
Dell, I asked Spencer this last week in Nashville. I'm going to ask you, though. What can you do to be able to help him to try to go through those growing pains a little bit earlier? Because obviously you guys have a tough opponent week 1.
Yeah. Well, we get to face a really good defense every day in camp, and I've told him this, like, these 2 safeties that we have on this team are as good as any safeties he's going to face in the NFL, or any 2 safeties. And the safeties really do a great job disguising stuff. It makes things hard. My job as a play caller is to help make sure that he's in rhythm, and to help him find rhythm when he's out of rhythm. And sometimes that's calling a play that he knows inside and out, a song he knows by heart. But I think those are the biggest things, is like going through these hard times together, being able to communicate, and don't be a bobblehead. It's like, do you like this? Do you understand this? And it's like, yeah, and the answer is no. Those things are important. Like, you got to get through all those and have some like really raw conversations. Everyone asks us in Chicago, how'd you guys cut down Cutler's turnovers? It's because we did what we thought. We went through all the tape, and we figured out why they were happening. And we had some really, really raw conversations about why turnovers happen, and the only way to get to that point is to have these really hard conversations and be able to get through all this like fluff that we really don't know each other. It's kind of like you're measuring each other out. It's like, hey, I want him to like me, he wants me to like him, and you're searching for approval. Well, now we're through all that. It's like, all right, now let's get to this, and let's figure out how we're going to have the best season possible for South Carolina this year.
And the fact that you're coming into an offense, with Spencer and Juice, the fact that both of them have really established a great bond on and off the field, just how exciting is that as a coach, knowing that you get to, call plays with them involved in that? Yeah,
I mean, every play calling job, you're only as good as your quarterback. You can go through the NFL references of what, all of a sudden Josh McDaniels is in New England and everything's easy, and all of a sudden he goes to Denver and it got hard, and then with the Rams it got hard, and he went back to New England. You get a really good quarterback, and it's like it all clicks again. It's like, well, he didn't change the play caller. You got a really good quarterback, and that's so every play caller is looking for, every offensive coach is looking for, every head coach is looking for a job. He's looking for the good quarterback. We're very fortunate to have one. And so we're excited about that. We're excited about the leadership that's going on. It's not just Juice. It's Juice, but it's also X, and it's AB, and it's Trey Knox and Josh Simon. And we got a lot of good players, a lot of good skill guys that can run routes and get open and catch the ball.